What's up, Culers? Big transfer news is shaking up the summer once again. Barcelona have reportedly set their sights on a surprise Chelsea forward, and it's a move that's leaving fans scratching their heads. Could this be a tactical masterstroke, or another puzzling transfer gamble? And if that wasn't enough, super agent Jorge Mendes is back in the headlines, this time offering one of Aston Villa's standout stars to both Manchester City and Barcelona. Is this a power play from Mendes, or a real opportunity for Barca to grab a Premier League talent? Let's break it all down, from shocking links to strategic moves, in today's transfer update. Barcelona are plotting shock talks to sign Nicolas Jackson from Chelsea, with a report detailing how the Catalan giants could sign him despite financial constraints. Jackson arrived in England in July 2023 when Chelsea paid Villarreal £32 million for his services. The striker has since managed 30 goals and 12 assists in 81 matches for Chelsea, helping the Blues to win the Europa Conference League while also returning to the Champions League via their Premier League finish. Chelsea Chiefs rate Jackson highly and believe he will go on to become a top-class goalscorer in the future. They have previously rebuffed approaches to sell the 24-year-old, believing in his potential. But Jackson's future at Stamford Bridge has become uncertain in recent months. He has picked up 2 red cards lately, the most recent of which came against Flamengo in the Club World Cup. Jackson appears to be struggling with the idea that Chelsea have signed Liam Delap and Joao Pedro to provide him with competition for his starting spot up front. Jackson can also play off the left wing, though Enzo Maresca's side have just brought in Jamie Gittins to improve that area of the squad. According to an ambitious report from Spanish source Fichajes, Barcelona are closely monitoring Jackson's situation at Chelsea. Barcelona have set their sights on the Senegal international, believing there could soon be a market opportunity to take him back to La Liga on a bargain deal. Barca sporting director Deco is supposedly planning talks with Chelsea officials over a possible season-long loan for Jackson. Such a transfer would ease the pressure on current Barca striker Robert Lewandowski, who is 36 years old and in the latter part of his career. Barcelona, Juventus and Napoli all eyeing Nicolas Jackson, who reports. Barca are not the first European giant to be linked with Jackson this summer. It emerged on June 21 that Juventus and Napoli are both keen on the player, who is no longer untouchable, at Chelsea. While the chances of Jackson leaving Chelsea have certainly increased, it would be a surprise if he joined Barca, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Jackson is not yet in the elite standard of strikers, having left Chelsea fans frustrated at times by missing glorious chances. Plus, it has been widely reported that Chelsea brought in Delap to compete with Jackson, rather than replace him. Pedro, meanwhile, is viewed as the new versatile attacker in Maresca's squad, replacing Christopher Nkunku. It is likely Maresca and Chelsea will assess Jackson for another year before making a final decision on his future. If Jackson's poor disciplinary record continues and his goal-scoring statistics fail to improve, then Chelsea could put him on the market in summer 2026. Super agent Jorge Mendes is making moves again, and this time he's reportedly offered one of Aston Villa's top players to both Manchester City and Barcelona ahead of the 2025-26 season. With Aston Villa planning a major squad overhaul, they're looking to bring in fresh talent. 2 key attackers, Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio, have already returned to their parent clubs, Manchester United and PSG, after short loan spells last season. And it looks like Villa won't be trying to bring either of them back. This opens the door for other big names to leave or arrive, and Mendes seems to be placing his client right in the middle of that opportunity, potentially handing Barca a new option for their attack. However, Aston Villa would have the chance to re-sign either player, should they wish. But in the case of Asensio, there is unlikely to be another pursuit despite his significant impact at Villa Park last season. But a return to the Premier League could still be on the cards for Asensio, who has no future at PSG. Man City and Barcelona offered chance to sign Marco Asensio. As per Gazzetta dello Sport via Sport Witness, PSG have offered out Asensio to several clubs, among them Man City and Barcelona. Both clubs could be competing with Inter Milan in the race to sign the 29-year-old, as the Serie A giants have registered their interest in recent days. The problem is that Man City are showing no signs of being interested in a move, while a deal with Barcelona could also be tricky, and not only because of their financial problems. Asensio is a former Real Madrid player, so it is unlikely that he would accept the move, and the La Liga champions are unlikely to be very enthused either. PSG are hoping that Asensio's impressive loan spell at Aston Villa, which saw him register 8 goals and 1 assist in 21 appearances, will lead to a permanent transfer being completed before the end of the summer. For now, it remains to be seen where Asensio ends up by the start of September. Aston Villa could reignite their interest at some stage, but it appears unlikely. So, will Barca really go through with a shock move for a Chelsea attacker? And could Jorge Mendes be setting the stage for another Premier League star to arrive at Camp Nou? It's clear that Barcelona's transfer plans are far from over, and things could get even crazier in the coming days. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell to stay locked in with all the latest from Camp Nou. What's up, Culers? Big headlines are dropping fast, and we've got a jam-packed update you don't want to miss. First, Hansi Flick is making bold moves already, and reports say he's now interested in bringing back a former Barcelona youth star to strengthen his new project. Could a La Masia reunion be on the cards? Meanwhile, Barca are cleverly using ongoing sale negotiations to reopen their pursuit of a top striker target, a player they've had their eye on for months. And from the capital, a Real Madrid legend has sent a chilling message to Barcelona and the world: a new era begins. Is this a warning about Madrid's future domination, or just more classic rivalry talk? Stay locked in, it's all coming up in today's explosive transfer update. Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick is keen on a summer deal for a one-time member of the youth ranks in Catalonia's capital. That's according to Catalunya Radio, who point towards Xavi Simons as the player in question. Barcelona have of course been forced to broaden their search for attacking reinforcements once more over recent days. This comes after priority transfer target Nico Williams out of the blue opted to put pen to paper on a new contract with Athletic Club. Deco and co. in turn have shifted focus towards the likes of Luis Diaz and Marcus Rashford. And as alluded to above, over the last 24 hours, another name has been added to the rumored shortlist of those behind the scenes at the Camp Nou. As per a report from Cat Radio, Hansi Flick has found a name that already interested Xavi Hernandez. An old Barca acquaintance has once again attracted attention: Dutch attacker Xavi Simons. La Masia product Simons is understood to be eyeing a departure from RB Leipzig this summer, eager for a new challenge. This stance has piqued the attentions of his former employers, albeit with it also noted that he demands a significant figure, estimated between 70 and 80 million euros, according to the newspaper Bild. Barcelona used sale negotiations to reopen striker pursuit. The brass at La Liga giants Barcelona made use of their recent transfer negotiations with RCD Mallorca to ask for fresh information on youngster Marc Domenech. That's according to Mundo Deportivo, who have on Wednesday provided an insight into the situation. Barca, for those not aware, have been locked in talks with their Mallorca counterparts for several weeks now. As much comes with a view to Pablo Torre joining the latter, in a deal expected to be worth a sum in the region of 5 million euros. As alluded to above, though, midfielder Torre is not the only young talent to have been discussed during the meetings between the two clubs. As revealed by MD, after expressing an interest in his signature last summer, Barcelona again touched base regarding the potential signing of Marc Domenech. An 18-year-old frontman, Domenech is said to be appreciated by the Blaugrana for his power, his ability to move, his technical ability, and his ball control. It is as of yet unclear how Mallorca responded to the inquiry, but the young attacker making the move to Catalonia's capital this summer is not out of the question. Real Madrid icon sends out warning to Barcelona and the rest of the world: a new era begins. Real Madrid have been one of the most impressive teams in the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup and have quite deservedly secured a ticket to the semi-final, where they will take on PSG. Heading into this high-octane clash, former Real Madrid superstar has weighed his thoughts on the match, backing his former club to secure a victory. Gareth Bale backs Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid to succeed. PSG have been playing at a really high level all year, but the truth is we all know who will win: Real Madrid, Bale told RMC Sport. Once the most expensive player in football history, Bale played for Real Madrid between 2013 to 2022, featuring in 258 competitive matches in the process. Bale was famously a part of the iconic BBC trifecta, comprising him, Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema. Many consider Bale one of the best players to play for the club over the past decade or so. And despite his unceremonious exit from Santiago Bernabeu, it appears the Welshman is still a huge fan of the club. The former Tottenham star notably talked about Xabi Alonso and how his team has performed in the competition so far. Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid is preparing to be fierce. Barcelona and the rest of the world are warned: a new era begins for Real Madrid, he said. This is quite the statement coming from Bale, who believes the current edition of the Real Madrid setup will be able to take on Barcelona this coming season. Despite not taking part in the FIFA Club World Cup, Many have favored Barcelona to once again dominate next season on account of a well-knit team prepared by Hansi Flick. Real Madrid, in contrast, are coming on the back of arguably their worst season in quite some time. However, a triumph at the FIFA Club World Cup could go a long way in boosting the team's confidence, heading into the new season. So, with Flick targeting a La Masia return, Barca reigniting their striker chase, and Madrid firing shots from across the league, it's clear that the battle lines for next season are already being drawn. Barcelona's rebuild is full of strategy, ambition, and just the right amount of drama, and it's only just beginning. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a second of the action at Camp Nou.